All right, you guys, so we are value shading the sphere. I love this sheet right here because it really does lay out what would happen if you had a light source coming from this direction. So obviously this is, you have a different scale, and I do actually like this little scale right here, and I would actually try to follow this. Now 4 gets darker than what I believe your pencil can do. It's slightly darker than that, but I definitely go by this as you go. This is done in pointillism, like little bitty dots. You definitely do not have to do this in pointillism. It's actually kind of time consuming, but if you'd like to, you can. I'm going to do this just in smooth value to let you guys see what's doing. I mean, I can get the whole thing done, but if you look, it goes from 0 to 4 right here, and then here it goes from 4 to 2. The reason why this little area is left at a 1 is, in general, when you have a shaded area, there is going to be a light reflection in the darkened area right at that little bottom where it transitions into value. I will say this light area, the way that the worksheet is laid out, it's a little bit too great. If it was a little bit thinner, I think it would work out a little bit better, but for the purpose of learning this, I think this is a great tool to remember that there will be a light area there. So in general, when you do value on an object, you're going to go from the extreme light to dark area. So I'm kind of doing opposite of what Ms. Kushner did on the little chart. So what I'm trying to do is I'm looking at this, but what I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to look at this and match what I just did as well. So on a 1, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because it would take too long for you guys, but 1, it's similar. You know how we talked about tickling somebody with a feather. What I am doing is I'm taking my lines and I'm going the direction of this little circular area. So if whatever you do, be it cross-hatching, scumbling, be it pointillism, whatever it is, you're going to force yourself to go in this direction. You wouldn't go like this. This is going, if you go like this, that's going the opposite way of your form. You need to go in the direction of your form, kind of like what we talked about when we did cross contour, so that you will be able to give that illusion of the three-dimensional nature of your form. So this is, kind of see, this is 1 right here. And then on this, and it doesn't have to be this great jump between 1 and 2. If you see 1 and 2, there is a gradual jump. You can always layer, go back and kind of layer your work. So if you realize that 2 is, not enough, you can always go back after you add your other layers. So there is a gradual change. You can kind of see the transition between the two. Like I said, I'm trying to match this. If for some reason this gets too dark, y'all, one thing I would recommend, you can take the edge of your pencil and just kind of tap it right there to fade it. You're not erasing it, you're essentially fading it. Let me go back, I'll just kind of add that right there. And then on 3, look at 3. Down here, it's slightly darker than probably what you would need to do, but it is a nice guideline. I would say it's probably a shade darker than what we're trying to achieve. I'm just going in that direction right there for 3. Now in between 2 and 3, if you want to try to kind of blend the two just slightly so it'd be more of a natural transition, you can a little bit, but if you're insecure about that, just leave it as is. Okay, so if you look, question yourself, is this an even distribution of values? Does it jump way too much in one area, or is, like, say 2 and 1, are they too similar? If they are, you can go back and add some in some sections. All right, so 4 is going to be your darkest area. That should be the extreme dark. It cannot get as dark as that, unfortunately. We just don't have the pencils for that. But there is a lot you can do with just a regular number 2 pencil. So anyway, we're going to start here. This is a extreme dark here, and when you pull this extreme dark, what you're going to need to ask yourself is what you did before in 3. Is that too much of a jump? And I would say in general, I've been conservative with it. I'm going to go back to 3. And I'm just going to add just a little bit more there. One thing that she talked about was blending. I'm not blending on this one in particular. You would need a blending stick for that, so I wouldn't worry about that. Don't worry about using your fingers. It kind of gets smeary and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so next thing is 1. If you look at 1, you're going to try to match what you did here to right there. Oh, dadgummit. I'm going dark with it. It's early in the morning, y'all. So just real light right there. Okay, and so for 4, one thing that I would recommend, and I'm not going to way get into this, but for 4, the shadow is going to go, it's horizontal, y'all. So if you take your marks, you can go this way if you like. You can go either this way or you can go this way there. So I tend to just want to take it, and I'm just going this way with it, with the 4, and then 3, and then you've got your 2 right there. So anyway, I hope this helps with directional lines, and yeah, y'all got this going on, so try it out.